Hi everyone, my name is Ashley Stanek, and I'm really excited to share with you what I've found regarding the topic of mental health and the gut microbiome and the relationship between the two. So, today I would like to start off with a little background on this gut brain connection and diving a little deeper into what the gut is. I know that's a term we hear a lot in today's health field, but specifying a little more what we mean by the gut, and then jumping into how the gut and brain communicate and what that process looks like, and then closing off with a little bit on the gut and mental health and how the two are linked. So, the gut brain connection is not a new idea. You might even think back to phrases such as gut wrenching or having a gut feeling, and those phrases have been around for centuries, and we kind of throw them around without realizing what we're saying. So intrinsically, we've known for a while that the gut and the brain are connected and constantly communicating in this bi-directional pattern. So it's not until recently that we realized how profound this link is and how impactful it is to our overall health. So the gut microbiome is crucial to our overall health and well-being, and it does more than just digest our food. So the gut microbiome is the gateway to the microbial environment that is our body. So everything we put in our body or on our body is affecting this environment. Everything is connected, as we all understand as students and researchers in this field of health. And the gut microbiome consists of over 1,000 distinct bacterial species, which far outnumbers the quantity of human DNA. So just that fact alone is very eye-opening at how profound the microbiome is for our health. We actually have more species of bacteria than we do DNA. So it makes up a large portion of who we are. And the human body consists of a multitude of microbial environments created by bacteria, fungi, and viruses. So there's a balance of good bacteria and bad bacteria within the body. And keeping those bacteria in balance is how we remain mentally healthy, physically healthy, and just overall healthy beings. So the gut and the brain communicate via the gut-brain axis, which you may have heard of, perhaps, but maybe not. So this axis is created by the vagus nerve. It's a nerve linking the central nervous system to the brain, the gut, the entire body. So this nerve serves as a route for constant bidirectional communication from gut to brain, brain to gut. So this axis intakes information constantly from every bodily system and relays that information to the brain. Just a personal story, I fainted unexpectedly once in my undergraduate program, just in class. And they told me I had vasovagal syncope, which meant my vagus nerve, that gut-brain axis, was overactive. So thinking back, perhaps something was going on in my gut. I maybe ate something that didn't agree with me. And it signaled my vagus nerve very quickly to tell my brain that something was wrong, and I completely fainted. So that's just an example of how important that nerve is and how responsive it is to stimuli. So these gut bacteria contribute to the activity of the nervous system, such as in my story. And if the bacteria are imbalanced, then the gut-brain axis will signal the central nervous system that something is not right, which could send us into fight or flight, where we're not breathing, digestion slows, all of those symptoms, or it could create any other kind of consequence, such as anxiety, depression, mental health disorders, which we'll dive into a little bit more. So this quote is from Urandi et al., who I will cite at the end if you want to look more into their work. And they say that the presence of a healthy and diverse gut microbiota appears to be imperative not only for normal gastrointestinal function, but it may also influence a variety of systemic and mental processes. So this presence of a healthy gut is more influential than we previously had known. It's not only important for digestion of food, but it's important for mood, mental health, emotions, and a lot of mental processes, as we're finding. So the gut and mental health is directly related, and we're discovering more. When I say we, I mean researchers in this field of mental health in the gut. And for centuries, we've heard the terms gut-wrenching, gut feelings, and we have intrinsically known that these two are linked, like I said earlier. And interestingly, neurodevelopmental and mood disorders are typically studied from a genetic perspective, but there is a trend that these disorders are usually accompanied by gastrointestinal disruptions and food allergies. So I feel this trend cannot be ignored. It's signaling to us that mood disorders and neurodevelopmental disorders have some sort of relation with food intolerance and gastrointestinal distress. So that right there is an exact example of that relationship between our gut and brain. And when something's not right in one of them, it will directly affect the other. So also a study in Belgium, I thought this was very interesting and directly correlated. This study in Belgium involved two groups of Europeans that showed several species of gut bacteria absent in individuals with depression. So I will also link that study at the end, but that's also directly showing us that within this group, and probably other groups once we continue this research, they were missing a bacteria, a very specific bacteria in their gut, and experienced depression. So as the research continues, we are linking specific strains of bacteria to specific disorders within the brain and mental health. So the gut microbiome acts as a regulator of anxiety and depression in these mental health concerns, and it signals the brain and controls physiological processes based on the stimuli that it's receiving. So with that being said, if the gut is healthy and has a diverse microbiota and series of bacteria, then it will be able to handle those stressors that are thrown at it, and it will react accordingly, keeping everything calm and collected. But when the gut microbiota is not diverse, not stable, not strong and healthy, it will view more things than not as stressors and will signal that fight or flight gut-brain axis communication. So keeping a diverse and healthy gut is crucial for mental health and keeping our mental well-being stable. So my proposal is that rather than turning to pharmaceuticals or these people with mental health disorders maybe perhaps feeling that there's no hope for them and there's no cure that's working, and perhaps those suffering with mental health disorders who prefer a more holistic route are not finding success. So my proposal is that we heal these mental health disorders through healing the gut. And once we heal the gut, we then can introduce other modalities such as hypnosis, meditation, breath work, and so many of the other amazing things that classmates are mentioning as healing modalities. But I feel that if we don't get to the root cause of the problem, which in a lot of cases is an imbalanced gut, then these modalities will help, but they won't create a long-term healing effect. So with that being said, I truly believe that the entire body is connected and everything affects another component of our health. So I feel that the gut microbiome is that root cause of so many health concerns, and definitely is the root cause of these mental health disorders in many cases. So placing an emphasis on the gut will provide a holistic treatment route for these people who maybe don't want to turn to pharmaceuticals and may feel hopeless, like there's nothing left for them to try. So I really do believe that research in this area of mental health and the gut microbiome has the ability to change the course of mental health epidemic within our future and create a long-term healing that is holistic and integrates mind and body. So thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you have any questions on this topic. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and maybe some of your topics will intertwine and work synergistically with mine. Thanks so much.